You have chosen your kit. You have carefully cut open the plastic. You're going to open it up and you're going to create a discard pile, a pile of things that you're going to throw out. You can throw out the directions. We have well-written directions. Keep the trim. Throw out the label. We don't have time to sew the label in. Open up the pillowcase fabric. Find the 2 spools of thread, all right? And you're going to throw out the evaluation sheet. Pile up everything you're going to discard, and that will wind up in the trash. The next thing that you're going to do is take a look, analyze your pillowcase kit, and trade in the spool of thread that came with the kit for a traditional spool of thread. Some of our older sewing machines will not sew correctly with these spools of thread. So you can trade in your spools and find a traditional spool that matches with the color of your trim. Eventually, you're going to be putting thread on an empty bobbin that matches with this color that you've chosen. You are going to follow the first step to open up the trim fabric, open up the pillowcase fabric, and now we need to do some thinking, some analyzing. If your kit has a pillowcase fabric that has a white selvage edge that doesn't have the print on it, you are going to need to cut that off. Find space on a table so that you can lay the fabric out and use the shears to cut right where the white selvage edge meets the print and remove this, all right? Take as much time as you need to cut evenly. Start from the back of the shears. Make sure nothing's underneath your fabric so you're not cutting something else. All right. We don't have that on this side. Find a table that you can work on. Spread out your trim fabric. Take your pillowcase fabric and line it up with the top of your trim and one edge of the trim. So start on one side. Notice how to line it up to align the fabric. I'm combing it a little, okay? I might need to lift it, get it so that it's exactly lined up. This is time consuming and requires a little patience. All right, do not worry if you have extra trim or extra pillowcase fabric. We will cut that later. Once you have that aligned, you're going to take the bottom edge of your fabric and roll it up about 6 inches, maybe a little bit more. Now you're ready for your burrito roll. So you're going to take the bottom edge, and you and a friend can do this. You can work on one side, your friend can help you on the other side, and then you can each help each other out. We're going to make a nice, small, tight burrito roll. That's what this called in the world of sewing. So we're going to start to make it tight and roll evenly. Don't let someone go faster than the other. Roll it up evenly, and the minute you start to see the trim fabric, you're going to stop right about here. Then you need to take and fold the trim fabric around your burrito roll. So you need to lift it up, line it up, take a pin, and now it's your choice. If you want to pin down and up, making sure all the edges are even, that's your option. Another 4 fingers away, it's your choice. If you prefer to pin starting from the top and angling down, you can do that. They should be perpendicular to the edge. They should not be angled. If you pin like this, the needle on the sewing machine is going to break if you leave it that way. So make sure that the 2 red trims and the pillowcase fabric are aligned, and you can pin about every 4 fingers. It's an estimate. So you're going to pin across all the way until you have your burrito roll evenly pinned. The patience part of this is keeping it aligned. All right, if you can't do this as fast as I can, take the time that you need and use your vision to make sure all of these edges are aligned. Remember, this is a stabbing, this is a pinning, in and out. Or if you're more comfortable pinning this way, in and out. If two people work together, then you can move on and help your partner with their burrito roll. Notice how I'm using my fingers to keep these 3 pieces of fabric aligned. It requires dexterity. Okay, and I'm going to put my last pin in at this very edge where the 3 pieces of fabric meet. And then I'm ready for sewing.